Okay, good evening, everyone. A lot to go over. Sorry it took me so long to get this video and update out, but just a lot going on here. I'm going to start off with the GFS map here, the snow map. I'm going to talk to you about what the GFS is thinking. I'm going to use these maps a little bit to explain why there have been so many different shifts of this upcoming system. I wasn't expecting shifts to the south. I was actually expecting it to maintain its track or even maybe adjust a little north, but that's not what has been happening the past couple days. So as you can see, the GFS takes the low pressure just kind of by looking at the snow, takes it through Oklahoma, up through central Missouri around St. Louis, and then takes it north right over that is Chicago, like, from Chicago to Gary, somewhere in that area. So, per the GFS, that would yield heavier snow totals for southern Wisconsin, most of Iowa, and to Kansas and Nebraska. These areas down in southern Iowa, Kansas, and Nebraska here, that they're going to be in a full-blown blizzard. It's going to be really bad through there. I-80, I-70, and those areas are going to be it's going to be tough sledding and that neck of the woods. So I'm going to go on to the next map here. See if I can enlarge this up for you a little bit so y'all can see it. But this is the map at the 60-hour mark. This lead system on Sunday is very important. This low pressure right in here. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that area here. But this low right in here, you can see where I'm coloring in. That is bringing the cold air down from Canada. It's stronger than what the earlier runs were showing. And to me, my theory, maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's why the system's coming in a little further south. You can see that the colder air from Canada and the high pressures from Canada, the system's dragging this this stuff down here. You can see it. I'm going to flip over to the next map and show you what we got at 90 hours. And this is going to show the high pressure system as well. Let me keep trying to zoom these things in here. But that system now is up in here. You can see the low pressure way up in here. It went from here, zipped up that way. And what that has done, with that system being so much stronger, that's pulled this high pressure down a little bit quicker, I believe, to the right here at the border of Canada, northern Minnesota, northern South Dakota. You see these blue lines here. These blue lines are a little bit, it's below freezing. This blue line here would, be temperatures right around freezing. And then south of there would be above freezing. You see the low over here in Oklahoma and high pressures up north. These high pressures up here are key. If these high pressures sag down a little bit quicker, a little bit further north, that's going to suppress this low pressure system into taking a more southerly track. That's too far south. But this low would track more like that if these high pressures come down a little further and suppress the low. Right now, the low per the GFS is going just like that, right over Chicago here. So, which yields all this snow up over here in Wisconsin. Let me get rid of these here. But the high pressure up there is key. I mean, it could be a matter of suppressing that storm, and I think the Canadian is a little bit too aggressive in taking the storm too far south. I mean, maybe it's taken into account the high pressure. I don't know what went on with the Canadian model today, but I'll show it to you here in a little bit. But it definitely came in much further south than the earlier runs. Right now, the GFS is the most northern solution of all the models. So I'm going to move on to the European. Well, okay, here's one more map of the GFS, and I'm just going to show you how wound up the system is. You can see the upper level low here, and it's wound up. I mean, it's a real strong low, and it's just taking it right toward Chicago. You can even see how the system's just pointing right toward Chicago there. And then here is the ultimate surface map. Here's the surface map of the GFS. And you see it right over Chicago. Heavier snows in Wisconsin. These are the back end snows in Iowa, but the GFS might rip the very couple southeastern counties just south of Milwaukee here in Wisconsin per the GFS. That might be more of an icing event there if the GFS pans out. But like I said, the GFS is the furthest model to the north. Now here's the best work I've ever done in my life. I wrote up a pretend Euro snow map. It's base and the low pressure track. This is what the Euro's doing. Um, it's a basic map. Y'all might laugh at me for this, but I'm showing you where it's going. That's really all I'm doing here. Here you got the low pressure in Texas, and it goes like this. It is much further south than the GFS. It's a little further north, if you can believe it, than the Canadian model. But the snow shield is in the same spot as where the GFS is. So why? I don't know why. I mean, typically the snow shields would be further south in through here, north and west of the low. So I'm not really sure what to think of the Euro, but for right now, I'm sticking with the Euro and the GFS because that's consistently where the snow has been right now. But the system really needs to be watched if there is any more southern adjustments or if you see the Canadian come up with a similar solution tonight as it did today. But this is kind of what the Euro shows. I mean, it's like I said, basic, elementary. People ask all the time, "Can I see the Euro?" No, you can't see the Euro. Licensing issues is the reason why. If I got caught sharing the Euro informations, I would lose the my privileges to that map and all the other good maps by Weatherbell that I do use. It's a great site, by the way, and it's really money well spent for me. I just love the site. Okay, on to the next map. I'm talking a little fast here just because I want to get through this as fast as possible without boring the heck out of you guys. Okay, this is the Canadian. Let's zoom in on this one more time here. I think I'm getting better at this. I don't know. I'm getting used to the site a little bit. But here's the first one right there. It's actually south of Illinois. That's a complete change from last night. Last night, the Canadian model had the low pressure system up here. It had that's it's just an incredible turn to the south there. I'm going to go to the next frame. I'm going to go through 3 frames here of the Canadian map. Oops, sorry about that. So here's the next. I'm going to take this in full speed. You can see here's the track. Boom. It takes it just like that, and then ultimately it's a snow map. Let me go back here. But when it's in southern Indiana, it goes southern Illinois, like southern Illinois, southern Indiana, then boom, northern Indiana. It almost takes it back west, and that doesn't make any sense either, but that's what this model does. So, like I said, I'm not dismissing this model 100%, but right now I'm going with the other 2 models until I see any evidence of this showing this type of particular solution consecutive runs, or if I see the Euro or I see the GFS hop on board to a much further solution like this. And in the end, this is the snow map you get out of it. I mean, for me, this is what I like to see. I mean, I'd love to see this map. You guys all up in Wisconsin would hate me. So anyway, I'm not, like I said, I'm not buying this. So I did want to show you this option. I want to show you all the options that the models. I want to show you all the models, all its solutions, and what's going on. So to conclude, I don't know how informative this is, but I do think that there's still going to be a lot of volatility to the model runs. I got the word out, and I wouldn't dismiss any solution right now, but I wouldn't buy any one solution either. My best guess is this map right here. For right now, this is my best guess. I'm looking at, Iowa, northwestern Illinois, and most of Wisconsin of just really getting hit with some heavy snow. It's my guess for now. I reserve the right to change my mind. I might change my mind tomorrow. I might change it on Sunday, or I might leave it as it is. But really, I just want to say this is more of an again, it's not a forecast. It's an informative post of what's going on out there. So I'll be back over the weekend with more updates. I may not do a video tomorrow. It takes me a lot of time to do that. I might just do a couple text updates, but I will try to get a video out sometime this weekend, probably on Sunday. And of course, as always, I will keep you all informed on what's going on with the storm, of any changes, or if we get any consensus of the tracks that are coming our way. Okay, everybody, have a good weekend, and I will talk to you guys all probably on Sunday. Have a good day.